questions concerning informed consent. For cases where a person is unaware that someone else is asking on their behalf, it could be the parent of a child, it could be a spouse, a partner, a family member, asking on behalf of someone who either doesn't have the capacity to give their own informed consent for a procedure, or for someone who doesn't believe in the process and rejects the idea out of hand. So I want to bring this case to your attention, that was brought to me by a concerned friend for a married couple that she knows, two dear friends of hers. And she asked us to check both of them, the husband and the wife, because the wife suspected that the husband was showing signs of behaviour that was uncharacteristic, and when she approached the idea to him, he rejected it out of hand, got completely angry and refused to give consent. So how do we deal with a situation like this? Well, this is what the friend says on behalf of the couple. I've known the husband for several years now, and he usually appears to be an affable, helpful fellow. However, he seems to have another side that, when it kicks in, dramatically changes his eye colour and his disposition. He becomes mean and nasty, a 180-degree change from his usual self. She mentions something about his childhood, which I will skip over here. She goes on to say, I consider it possibly a case of multiple personality disorder or dissociative disorder, but I suspect the reason, because of the change in eye colour, could be spirit invasion. So that's the only information that I got on the case. Now I'm going to read to you now the response that I got concerning both partners. Without knowing anything about the session, the husband, his eyes completely changed back to their original colour of blue. He started whistling and walking with a spring in his step. He noticed certain things around the house that had been there for many months, but he seemed to be seeing them for the first time. He was kinder and softer to his wife. Now the wife herself, she brought this case for her husband, but we did both partners. The wife felt a sudden change in herself immediately, and when she learned of the curse that had been put on her, she didn't realise that she'd been cursed by someone. We lifted that. She knew who it was immediately. Someone known to her who dabbles in the dark arts. Now, interestingly, she writes, the curse had been reversed, reflected back to the person sending it. This is what we do with curses, we reflect them back to the sender. The curse had been reversed to go back to the person who had sent it, and on that very same day, the person who was suspected of sending it suffered severe back pain and hasn't been seen since. Perhaps her dark magic was pretty potent after all, but she got what she sent out. So my friend is feeling much, much better all the time and is extremely grateful. Now the only sad part is that when she revealed to her husband what had been done about the sessions, he still did not respond well, rejected the idea. Hopefully he's still integrating the information, and she hopes to get him to at least listen to the recording at some time. So the outcome is positive on both counts. So I'm bringing this case to your attention for two reasons. One is that yes, you can ask for help for someone without their conscious awareness and without their conscious informed consent. And the reason for that is because we always ask, before we start the procedure, for permission from that person's higher self. Without consent from the higher self, we can achieve nothing. The fact that it has been achieved is because the higher self agrees. It's the higher self that has free will. When a person is being interfered with by dark force entities, they lose their free will. They cannot give consent. The dark force entities don't want them to give consent. The second factor I'd like to bring to your attention is the power of belief. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you believe in. If you don't believe in these things, you can still be helped without your conscious awareness. So I'd just like to bring those two factors to the fore and leave it with you. Now, if you want any help, all you need to do is contact us. If you want to learn how these techniques work, check out the link below and give us a message. Thank you very much.